Hi, myself Gautam Kumar T. I am from Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. Today, I'll be going to explaining about environment impact of underground pipelines. First, let us look into the contents. We'll start with the introduction, then we'll see the environmental concept of pipelines, then we'll see some overviews of study cases, methodologies, and resulted pollutant concentration levels and environmental impact, and we'll also discuss some points and impacts of that, and we'll conclude. First, let us look into the introduction. Background background on understanding pipelines are widely used for underground pipelines are widely used for transporting essential resources such as oil, natural gas, and water. While they provide efficient and cost efficient transport, they can have significant environmental consequences, especially if not maintained properly or monitored. And environmental concentrations. Potential of soil and water remains due to leakages or spoils. Pipeline failures can result in release of harmful chemicals which can impact surrounding ecosystem, human health, and agriculture productivity. Objective of study cases. In this, we'll see some study cases. They mainly aim for studying, analyzing, and analyzing the concentration of pollutant in and around the pipeline underground. The study focuses on understanding how the pressure presence of pipeline affects soil and water quality over the time. Now let us look into the environmental concept of pipeline. Soil contamination. Leaks of underground pipelines can cause harmful chemical to seed upon the soil. Common pollutants including hydrocarbons, heavy metals, vital organic compounds (VOCs), water pollutions. Pollutants from leaking pipeline leakings may leach into nearby groundwater surface and water bodies. This can lead in contaminating drinking water sources, posing risk to human health and aquatic ecosystem. Now we'll see the impact on diversity, which is the wildlife. Pipeline can split can harm wildlife, particularly especially if they rely on water sources. Habitats can occur due to the contamination, leading to reductions in biodiversity. Risks of leakages and long-term degradation. Pipelines can corrode over time, especially if maintenance is inequipment. Corrosion, cracks, or metal damages can lend to undetected slow leakages, resulting communicate environment impacts. Now let us look into some study cases. Study cases overview. We'll see some locations. The study case focuses on underground pipeline located in India, covering multiple regions and states. Pipeline passes through a combination of rural and urban agriculture areas, transporting oil, gases, and water. Now let us look into the some pipeline characteristics. Pipeline is mainly divided into many categories like length, depth, material, and age. Length can be approximate 2000 kilometers, stretching from a starting point to an ending point. Depth can be buried underground, which may be around 1.5 meter to maximum to environmental risks. Material construction of steels and poly coated designs to resulting corrosive and pressure infiltration commonly in India diverse chemicals. Age installing in a and some also may cause in over the years due to long period. Now let us look into methodology of this environmental impact of underground pipelines. Now we first is data collecting process. Soil and water samples are collected in various points along the 2005 kilometer according to the length means uh, stretch of pipeline, then focusing on critical areas such as agriculture fields, rivers, sedimental pipelines. Controls controls pipelines were taken from location unaffected by pipelines to serve as baseline data. Sampling frequency. Initial data some begins and which follows taking examples monthly or quarterly, every 6 months or yearly or quarterly to observe long-term changes. Now let us look into the monitoring techniques. Soil sampling. Soil sampling is where we collect various uh, uh, specimens from underground and check it. Soil cartography. GCMS where underground detecting organic compounds and hydrocarbons. Water sampling. Water samplings were taken from nearby lakes, waters, underground wells, and various district ponds. Now let us look into the results of water polluting concentration levels. There are mainly three types, that is hydrocarbon, heavy metals, and VOCs, that is volatile organic compounds. We study according to these three main components or concentrate of biplane of underground. Graphical representation. We may see the variations in using graphical representations and contaminated level by location. Area may be classified into high contaminated red zone or low into green zone based on measurements. Now let us look into the environmental impacts. Soil contamination, which causes pollution influence impact on agriculture. And second one is water quality degradation. Surface water contamination, underground water risks. And third one is biodiversity loss, which may loss in the wildlife. Community health risks, which may cause due to the leakages of drinking water resources. Recommendations of migration. Due to that time, they may change the places to stay. Next, let us look into the discussion and analysis. First one, interpreting of results, which is pollutant concentration trends, geostated analysis in sense, environmental impacts, that is soil and water quality, biodiversity concentration, socio-economics concentration, impact in local communication communities and communities aware of and engaged. Fourth one is recommendation of future research, long-term monitoring, policy and regulations. Thank you.